Will a loss be a big deal to either team?
First of all, as an aside, let me say this. First take in every show is always better when Ryan Clark
I agree
is
with
on
that.
the air. That's my brother right there.
Appreciate you, my dog.
Let me just be very, very clear about that. Having said that, the Steelers traded and he is, okay? Let me say this. When you really, really think about this, when I said, listen, when you're talking about whoever loses this game, the bigger impact, to me, it depends on how the Ravens lose. Max, to me, it's all about Lamar Jackson. I don't care. Listen, I care about the outcome from the standpoint I'm a Steelers fan, and I'm rooting for the Steelers, and I'm picking them to win this game. But what I'm saying is this. Steelers defense is going to show up. We all know if you watched Bart Scott on This Morning with Keyshawn and Jay Williams this brother Bart Scott just crystallized for you what the Steelers Ravens.
These brothers are all ready to play. Ryan Clark, everyone in this rivalry is ready to play.
So it's special. So it's a beautiful thing because you're playing smash mouth football, and it's about what time is it? It's me against you. Let's get it on. And so you expect. They're going to have their moments, but you expect a nail biter. You expect, spectacular things to take place. Just smash mouth football, rather. Here's what I'm looking for. Lamar Jackson is the quarterback of the 31st ranked passing team in the National Football League. That is second to last for those of you who don't know. There's 32 teams in the National Football League. When you rank 31, that means only one team in the entire NFL is worse than you. I'm looking for Lamar Jackson to see what he does in this game. You know what? You can win 20-17. You can win 27-24. You can win 30-20, whatever. What I'm saying is he can't have a horrible game. He can't look like trash throwing the football. That's all I want. Everything else I expect. I expect Ben Roethlisberger to have his moments. I expect him to have other moments where it's not so bright. I expect both defenses to show up, play smash mouth football. I expect James Conner to chew away at some yards, but he's no Le'Veon Bell or anything like that, okay? I expect Mark Ingram to get his a little bit. I expect Lamar Jackson to run the football effectively because he's so elusive coming out of the quarterback position. But in the end, it comes down to how does he look throwing the football? Everything else you can predict.
This is amazing because if you know, like, whoever your sports enemy is, right? Your sports enemy is the people closest to you, whatever. It could be your brother, your father, your mother, your sister, whatever. Your best friend, your colleague at work, right? It's whoever you, even if you're rooting for the same team, damn it, you'll find something to argue about, right? And whatever they think, you'll find so thinking about this game last night, I'm thinking, Stephen A is going to be all hyperbolic. What a big deal this game is. And I'm going to be like, slow down. But you know what? Because you just undersold it and you're my sports enemy, I got to tell you, this is a bigger deal than you're making it out to be. I was prepared to say the opposite. I thought I was going to have to pump the brakes. This is a bigger deal. This is Ravens-Steelers. Let me tell you something. In the NFL right now, it is the #1 rivalry. I'm a Giants fan. The NFC East is trash garbage. There's no rivalry that matters in the NFC East right now.
Even though I think Joe Judge is not doing that bad of a job. Go ahead.
But the NFC East, I'm not going to sit here and say the Giants rivalry. Stop it. They're meaningless right now. The AFC East got no rivalry like this. If you look throughout football, it's not like the Bucs and the Saints are natural longtime rivals. If you look at the NFL, you could say Seattle and San Francisco right now, maybe something like that. But guys, the #1 rivalry in America's #1 sport at this moment is the Ravens and the Steelers. The Steelers and the Ravens. And the reason is not just because they're battling for supremacy in the AFC North at the moment. It's because it also goes back. It's because it's been a great rivalry, and it's a great rivalry right now. And it's because Lamar Jackson and Ben Roethlisberger have never faced each other. So I was going to stay here. Hey, whoa, Stephen A., wait a minute, Ryan. This is only a medium deal, right? Because it's still, early-ish in the season, and both these teams can still make the playoffs, and let's not oversell it. But I think you undersold it. This game is a big deal compared to what you said.
Ryan?
Yeah, this is huge. This is huge, and the reason it's huge is because it's back to what it's supposed to be. The reason this became a rivalry was because whoever won this game was going to win the North. That wasn't in question. But usually the winner of this game had an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. You you're going to have an opportunity to be the elite. I mean, there were 2 years that we played to see who was going to be a Super Bowl champion or an AFC championship representative. And that's what made it a great rivalry. And on the other side, it was the way that the games were played. I made a statement this morning that it never mattered to me who I played the week before the Ravens, but it always mattered who I played the week after, because whoever I played the week after, they were going to get a lesser Ryan Clark. They were going to get a lesser Pittsburgh Steelers because of the body blows you take the week before, because of the intensity of the game. So this is highly important. Here's the other reason that it's more important for the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson than it is for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lamar Jackson, it's not in question that he can win football games. It's not in question that Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens are a good football team. But it is in question, can you win meaningful football games? The Kansas City Chiefs' regular season football games for the Baltimore Ravens the last 2 years have been meaningful football games. Lamar Jackson hasn't won those. The divisional playoff against the Tennessee Titans last year was a meaningful football game. They didn't win that. The year before, the wild card round against the Los Angeles Chargers, they didn't win that. So now you're going up against the undefeated rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers, who have Ben Roethlisberger, who have T.J. Watt, they have Bud Dupree, Cam Hayward, all of these stars that we know, that we see, and that know that coming into a game with you, you do one thing really well. So they're going to force you to do the other thing. So when all of this wraps around, when we talk on Monday morning, we're going to talk about exactly what Stephen A. said we are or were. We're going to talk about Lamar Jackson. How did he play? How did this offense look? How did the team that sacked him last year, that turned him over last year, how did they play against him? This is unfortunately going to be a referendum or an indictment on Lamar Jackson's entire career. The MVP won't matter. What he's doing this year won't matter. We're going to talk about Sunday and what that means for Lamar Jackson.
We all agree about that.
In the Baltimore Ravens' future.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.